A very good morning, my dear students, and welcome to Digital World of Patania Public School. But in previous lecture, we learned CSS, text property, and font property. Today, here we learn border property. Border property are used to specify the border of the style, color of the border, and the border width. Different border style properties are as follows. First property is your border style. For example, if you want to create the form and you want the input box border style is dotted form, then you use the border style in CSS. If you want double line for border, then you use the border style double line. So if you want solid line like this, then you use the value solid, and if you want to like this dashes line, then you use the dashed value, and if you want double line, then you use the double line border value. Okay, so the property name of border is border style, border color, and border width. And between the border and style, between the border and color, between the border and width, you use the hash sign like this minus sign. Border style, this property specify whether a border should be solid like this, dash line like this, and your double line like this, or one of the other possible values if anyone. You should remember that the border style property can have from 1 to 4 values: top border, right border, left border, or your bottom border. If you want a particular side border, then you use the top border, right border, bottom border, or left border. Then you write down border style colon right border only. And if you want solid, then use the solid, and if you want dash line, then use the dash line like this. For example, border style, and then you use the dotted if you want this form, and if you want in this form, then you use the solid here. And if you want double line, then write down where, instead of dotted, write down here outline double line. Okay, and if you want only left side border, then you use here left border. And if you want to change the color of this border, for example, you want to change the input box in form, border color is red, green, blue, then use the border color. And if you want to change the width, then you write down the border width. You implement this in anywhere, but this is include in the border body, so you implement these changes in your web page, complete web page. Your next property is your background property. Very interesting property here. The CSS background property are used to define the background effect for elements. Different background properties are followed. Your first is background color property. If you want to change the background color of your image, or if your background color of the web page, then you use the background and then hash and then write down color. But if you write down this background in body tag like this, if you use like here, then you just write down here background background, and then just write down color name, for example yellow, and then put the terminator here. But if you want background color of a particular element, then you write down background hyphen color. But no need to write down like this. You just write down background colon and the color name like this. You see here like this, background colon and the color name. Okay. If you want background image, if you want image as a background in the web page, then you use the background image attribute. Sorry, property. Background image property. Specify an image to use as the background of an element. The following example demonstrate the use of CSS background image property in HTML. We do the practical later. First we explain it. Here you write down background, then write down hyphen, then imag image, then write down URL, and after that write down the path here, complete location of the image. Otherwise you save your image same folder where you save your web page, in same folder you save your image, and just write down the name. For example, my image name is cat.jpg. cat.jpg. If this image in same drives in web page and my picture is in same drive, then we just write down the cat.jpg. But if my picture is on another location, then we write down the complete path. How we write down the complete path? Everyone learn this point here. When you write down the path, you use the front slash. When we use the image as a background in HTML, then we use the backslash. But when we use CSS, then you write down location in front slash like this, images, and then front slash back.jpg. Otherwise you save your image in same folder and just write down the name of the file image, and write down the extension name. How we do it? We do the practically, but first we discuss the margins property. Many times there is a requirement to create space around the element, space around the element you have used in your web page. In such a CSS, margin properties are used. The four margin property for specifying the margin for each side of an element are as follows. Margin left. If you want left side margin, then use the margin left. If you want right side margin, then write down the margin right, and top margin and bottom margin. If you want the element top margin, then write down margin top and bottom margin. All the margin property can have the following values. These are the property: margin left, margin right, margin top, and margin, but the values are auto. The browser calculate the margin. Auto means automatic. It calculate your margin automatically. Length. If you want to specify the particular length from the of the margin from the left side or from the right side, then you use the pixel, pt, percentage, and centimeter also. And if you want to write down the percentage, then you write down percentage sign. So if you want to change the length, then use the px, pt, and cm. And if you want the width in a percentage, then you write down the percentage sign. Inherit. It specifies, this is the value of your margin property. It specifies that the margin should be inherited from the parent element. Inherited means transfer from the parent to the child. If a property, for example, A is a father and B is the child, and A properties goes into the B, this is your child, this is called your inheritance. This is your, for example, father or grandfather, and this is child. So father's property transfer into child. So this is your inherited from the parent element. Let us understand how to use the properties with the help of an example. You just write down margin top. We use with the pen P, and P means your paragraph. So your margin top, so top margin is 100 pixel, bottom margin is also 100 pixel, right margin is 150 pixel. You change it in percentage, you write down, you centimeter you write down, and you write down 50 pixel, 30 pixel, 40 pixel, any pixels, and margin left 80 pixels also. So choice is yours here. Clear? Next is your outline property. An outline is a line that is drawn around elements. For example, you write down a heading or you want a outline like this, then you use the outline property. Outside the border. to make the element stand out. CSS has the following outline properties. So many outline properties are there. One is your outline style, outline color, like border. Same like the border, and you write down the outline style, outline color, outline width. The outline style property specify the style of the outline and can have one of the following value. The values are dotted, dashed, solid, double, and none. You implement all these practically and then see the changes. Outline color, if you want to change the outline color, then you use the color name, hexadecimal code or RGB color, any value. And if you want the outline width, then you write down the values are thin, medium, thick, and a specific size in pixel, pt, centimeter, or em. Let us understand how we use this property. Just write down outline width and then you write down in pixels. If you want to change the color, then write down outline color and then write down the name of the color. And if you want to change the style, then you write down outline has style colon and then write down the value dotted, solid, and anything. Okay, so now do the practical of this. Let's do the practical. For practical of CSS, we do the external CSS here. So first we need the notepad. So open notepad first. So first you open the notepad and here you just write down the formatting. For example, we want to change the background color. We want to change the background color of a web page. Background color of a web page. So just write down simple, very simple way. Just write down body. Why we write down the body? Body is a selector here because we want complete web page formatting here. Complete web page background. So write down body and after that you write down curly braces here. And after that just write down background background and then colon property and value separated with the colon sign. So write down the background colon and then for example we want yellow color in a background, then you write down yellow and after that use the terminator and then use the curly braces here. Instead of this you write down all these coding in same line also, no problem here. So you write down in same way like this, but visibility is not good, so you write down in different line, but no effect of this on your web page, on your CSS. So just write down body first, selector, then curly braces, then write down the property name, then value, and then curly braces close. And after that, you save this file .css. You save this file, click on the file and click on save and write down here any name .css. So you write down here, for example, 10th.css. So you write down like this. Okay. So after that, we want background color of which file? Now you open your HTML file. If you have already created, we have already created the form table, form web page. So we open the form web page. Okay. So click on the file menu, then click on open. And now open here form. My form name is studentform.html. Open it. And once you see the output of it, we open Control O and then we use the student form. Okay, and then we see this is your output. So if you want to open it again, then you use Control O and then you write down the name of the file. For example, here we want to open 10th2.html, then use 10th2.html and open, click on open. Here student information form web page is open here. Now we want to combine Now we want to link between the CSS and the HTML. This is my HTML file, form file, and my CSS file we have already created. And in CSS we have write down the background color. So here, see everyone, I make that space here, so you see clearly. See here, first write down the HTML head, title close, and between the head close you write down the link of this CSS file. So here you write down the link for linking. If you don't do the link, then your implementation of this CSS is not possible. So you do the link here between the CSS file and the HTML file. So first you create the CSS file, then write down, save it with .css, then you create your HTML file. If you have already HTML file like me, I have the already HTML file is form, and now we combine all these formatting in my form. So you write down here link, L-I-N-K, link, REL. REL stand for relationship. REL stand for relationship. Relationship between whom? Relationship between the worksheet, style sheet and the HTML page. So you write down relationship is equal to, and here you write down style sheet. So we want to do the relationship between the style sheet and the HTML. So you write down here in HTML file, you write down link REL stand for relationship is equal to style sheet, and then you write down here href hyperreference. Which file hyperreference? CSS file. So write down equal to, and here you write down the name of your CSS file. My name file is 10th.css, then close the inverted comma here and then close the curly braces here. Sorry, angular bracket here. So this link is very important. If you don't create the link here, your relationship is not possible. So first you create the CSS file, then you open your notepad, and then open your HTML file, and in HTML file you create the link, link, relationship is equal to style sheet, href is equal to name of the file, and here you write down the name of the file, CSS file. So you write in same way link REL is equal to style sheet, href is equal to, and here you write down your file name. Okay, after that you open, save it, Control S, and then open your browser, and here you refresh your file. So you see the output, background color is yellow. But if we want image in the background of a form, then what we do, open your, now no use of this HTML file, you close this HTML file and open your CSS file again. So here we open 10th.css file and click on open. Yes, now. So now we want to change the background image. So background image, write down background, after that use the slash, then write down image, and then use the brackets, and between the bracket, before this bracket you write down colon here, and then use URL stand for uniform resource locator, and after that you write down the brackets, and between the bracket you write down the URL reference, or you can say path of your image. If your image in same drive where you store your HTML web page, for example my HTML page store in C drive and my image is also in C drive, then you write down just name of the file and extension name. Otherwise you copy. How you copy it? For example, my image is on desktop, so here this nature one is my image, so right click on the image and click on properties, and you copy it, the location, copy the location of your image, copy it, and open your notepad, and here between the inverted comma you paste it. Everyone attention here, you change these backslashes in front slash. When you use the HTML, then you use the backslashes, but when we use the CSS, then we use the front slash here. And after this location, put front slash here, and then again copy the name of the image. So name of the image is nature1. So copy it again and open your notepad and you paste here, and then write down .jpg inverted comma close. Now you save this file and open your browser directly without going the HTML file, and you refresh it here. So you see, as a background your image will be displayed. Okay, if you want to change the font color, font color means text color. Here my text color is black. If we want to change the text color in what display, we write down, for example, red. Then how you write it? Again open your CSS file, and here you write down, after this you write down here font color colon red, and then terminator. Control S, save it, open your browser, refresh it here, no change here. Okay, again open it, just write down color, again save this, open your browser, refresh it here. So you see your change is, your text color is red. Not so good na. So we change it in green color. So you write down, instead of red you write down here green. You write down code also. Choice is yours. See beta, when you write down font color of a particular element like this, for example, I want heading 1. My heading 1 H1 color is red. Then you use font color and then write down the name. For example, name is yellow. Then curly braces close, terminator close, and then curly braces close. Save it, open your browser, refresh it here. Here again it take the color attribute directly, open, refresh it here. So you see your heading color is yellow and complete text color is green. And if you want to change the alignment, align, so you learn beta, in book your color given with the font, but here we use with the text. So you just write down directly color, don't use the font dot hyphen color. So you directly write down the color and then colon and then write down the color name. But if we want to change the alignment of this, then we write down text according to your book, text align, and we want center alignment of my heading 1, then terminator, and then you save it, open your browser, and you see the here your heading 1 is in center. Clear? So if you want to change the color of a particular text, then you directly write down the color. Otherwise you use the font. If you want to change the font colors etc., then you use the font color. So again green is also not visible. Then we write down once time sign color may be displayed because our image is very bright. Yes, now fine. Okay, now beta, border property, how to implement the border property. For example, we want our property name is input because our tag name is input. So write down input, then curly braces, and after curly braces write down here border, border, border hyphen style, border style, then write down colon, and then write down the value name here. For example, we want the value dotted, then terminator close, then curly braces close. Here you write down in next line, so visibility is more. Then you save it, open your browser again and refresh it here. So you see here is the border. And if you want to change the border of these text boxes, then what? Then you change the color of this border. Just write down border, border, border color, and the color, what color we write, red is only visible here, so write down red here, save it, open your browser and you refresh it here. So you see your background, your border color is red. And if you want this input box background color is changed, you see the background of these input boxes, these text boxes is white. If you want to change it, then what we do, then we write down in this, in input here, in input, you write down here, or you write down here, anywhere you write down, between the block no effect is there, so we write down here background, background, background colon, and we take for example green color here, so you write down green and then use the terminator here. Then you save it, again open your browser and refresh it here. So you see the input box background color is green, border is dotted, and your border color is red. Okay, so this is your css with html. So you write down your coding or your formatting in another web page in your css file, and your implementation will be done on your html page. But for this you create the link, and for creating the link you open your html file, and for opening your HTML file, you write down the name of your file, open it, and after opening you add this line in your HTML page. First you write down the link, then you write down the relationship rel is equal to style sheet, then href hyper reference is equal to, then you write down the name of the CSS file here. Clear beta? And if you want to write down, for example, again open your CSS file, 10th.css, and for example, we want our input box background image. We want our input box, our in text box in background is image. So you copy it and you here, instead of this you write down this one here. Okay, and then you save it and then open your web browser and you refresh it here. See, no effect is here. Why? Because already we put the image in the background of your form. So If you want these changes, then you remove this, then you do it. Otherwise, you just write down background colon and then write down the color name, for example, pink. And then you save it, open your browser and refresh it here. So you see the background of your text boxes is pink, border color is red, and your style is dashed. Hope everyone understand this CSS with HTML. Thank you so much for watching this video. In next video, we meet with the next topic.